So day one, travel day, always a pain in the ass for me. Hate normally traveling, and it was a long flight, but day started brilliant, and I just can't believe how much food we've had. It was just food after food, champagne, food, beer, wine, cognac, beer, some more wine, and then we got here and sort of got where we're going. We met some lovely people that brought us to where we're staying, who's going to be sort of looking after us on the tour, and then we went out for a walk to find a little bar to have a sort of nightcap, which sort of filled me with a bit of animosity. Didn't know what I was doing, didn't know where I was going, a new culture, a new place I've never ever been to before, but we absolutely loved it. We found a nice little bar and had a good time. So day one, yeah, it was good. Been the highlights of your day one in Peru?
Well, I think it's leading up to it. So I would say taxi, airport, on the plane to Lima, all the great food, and the drinks, the Calvados, the Armagnac and the cognac, and a film, a fantastic film. Arriving here and just simply having a walk to get a beer.
So it's our first morning in Lima, Barranco, and we thought we'd better go and check out what's up on the roof, because we were told there was a swimming pool, and we found this beauty. Good morning. Well, day 3 in Lima today. Sorry I didn't do the update last night. A fantastic day. We went into Miraflores, we wandered around there, went down to the beach by Waikiki Beach and to the La Rosa Nautica little hotel and had a pico sour. And then the highlight of the evening was going to Central, the second best restaurant in the world, which I think now might be the first because the other one's closed.
This table is a little collection.
But incredible. I had a fantastic day too, but I was shattered last night. Slept like a baby, and look, need to have a shower and wash my hair. Bring on day 3. So Bear, sorry we missed yesterday. What's your highlights of day 2 in Lima?
Oh, my highlights of day 2 in Lima would be the walk down to Waikiki. Just the sort of the greenery, bumping into those 2 people from the aeroplane. I didn't know who the hell you were talking to. And then you said that they were the air hostess, that threw me even more. But then, of course, I remember them. And actually just standing at Waikiki, looking at map surfers out there, thinking, why didn't I bring my swimming gear? Enjoying that pisco sour.
Lovely.
Incredible. I don't think I've had a pisco sour so good. After that, I would say it has to be Central. It was just the most slick operation. It was like being in a theatre show. You just didn't know where they were coming from. It was just, you thought, oh, that's nice. The next person comes, you think, oh, that's nice. And the food, and it was quite an incredible experience. So that's my highlights of day 2.
En el caso de la mujer hay...
Yeah, lovely. No. We have a question.
Hello, and so I didn't do my vlog last night on yesterday's trip. We had a fantastic day out with our spiritual guide, Angelica Inca, or Angel Inca, and we went all around Lima. We saw lots of different parts of Lima. My sort of personal favourite was going into the San Francisco Chapel and going into the catacombs and seeing all that. But also seeing all the houses that are up on the hill and how many millions are living there. Really enjoyed that. We went on to the water fountains, as you'll see in the pictures and videos. And it was a long day, but absolutely brilliant. And yeah, we tried some beautiful ceviche and other food in a restaurant not far from where we're staying. So day 3 was a real hit. So today, Thursday, more of a sort of chill day. We're just taking it a bit easy today because we've done about 40,000 steps yesterday, and then we're just looking to organise our trip for tomorrow to Paracas and the oasis place in the desert. So more on that soon. I'll be with you in a moment to get Bear's update.
Hello. How did I find yesterday's excursions? Well, to answer your question in reverse, it's a long day from 10 till 10. The highlights for me were, I'm going backwards in my mind. I think it was at the end of the day, just going for that lovely meal because we were just so exhausted. Sitting down and that last minute where you just thought, I just want to go and lie down, or I want to change my footwear. I said, please, we just go here now. But it was just great. Ceviche, your bit of your fish tacos, gorgeous.
Yeah, and the fish tacos.
Put them on bowl. I think for that, because we were just so needing that after such a great day. As for the day itself, it was really great to see Lima and its kind of history, understanding, well, more about the country Peru, how much Chile controls interest in Peru is what I'm trying to say. For example, learning that a lot of the Chilean wine that you buy in the supermarket is actually grown in Peru. They take it over into Chile, package it all up, ferment it, and send it over to us. And you go, oh, this is a fine Chilean wine. Some of the other highlights was going into the crypts of San Francisco, just getting a sense of the history of the place. Also the fact that how we were kind of, me, conditioning before we arrived here. So many people were saying, oh, it's dangerous, what about the protests, you shouldn't be going, have you checked the latest safety advice? In the city centre, even though we did see, like riot police, it was fine, it was safe, I felt really good. I think the other highlight was feeling like on guard, like a kung fu expert in Chinatown, kind of like watching your back, Matt, just to make sure no one's going for his backpack, but also that I know that Matt's looking forward and looking at my backpack and ready to do some kung fu manoeuvres, probably from watching that film on the plane. But also being in that edgy district, I didn't feel that was edgy, but at the same time, I really respect our spiritual guide Angelica was feeling a little bit nervous there, so that's fine. So I think those are the real highlights for me. Hello, Lima by walking. Lima by walking. We'd like to join the Branco tour today at 4 p.m. for 2 of us.
So we're just on our walking tour of Barranco with our great resident host Alex leading us, and looking at the graffiti, bohemian side of this place, and enjoying our walk.
Could you let us know how long it is and where we meet you? We look forward to seeing you later. Sorry, I have gotten something to add. In the water park, it was really funny because we were both walking down this amazing tunnel of water, and Matt was on my right, so he was nearest as the jet was coming up. as it reached its apex, it started dropping down, and the further we went in, the more and more I got soaked. So yeah, that was a highlight. Thank you.
Just one more thing from yesterday. Obviously, we went on a lot of the museums and art galleries, etc. And like Bear said about the history. But what I found really fascinating was I didn't realise how sacred dogs are in Peru. And there's statues and things of dogs all over the place and different, you know, which I was quite moved by in how much they obviously respect and love dogs in this country, which was quite sweet. Okay, over and out. Tomorrow we head to Paracas and what's it called?
Hacienda.
Hacienda and
I'm making it up.
Ica.
And Balestos.
And Balestos. So we will be back to tell you about that. So what's the story there on this bit?
The story on this bit is we're just about to go over quite a famous bridge for lovers, and what you have to do is hold your breath all the way through. If you're single, you just make a wish. Sorry, if you hold your breath all the way through as a couple, then you're meant for life.
Yeah.
If you're single, just keep hold of your breath and you can make a wish.
Nice, let's do it. Yeah.
Well, day 5, and we are up at an ungodly hour, which probably feels a bit like normal back in the UK. We just met the minibus we're on going to Paracas. Today we're doing a few other things like Hukina, I think, or Hukida, and Ica as well. And we're hopefully going to the Balestos island. That depends on the weather though, so we'll see later.
So, day 5, we're on the speedboat to Balas, the island, hoping to see some sea lions and penguins. Here we go.
Marcané, llego a Puerto, voy para Mayarí. El cariño que te tengo no te lo puedo negar. Se me sale la babita, yo no lo puedo evitar.
Sorry, what's this one, Bear?
This is Borgognano Blanco, which is the white version of the Italian grape, which I think this is what they use in sangria with the best one. So yeah.
Cuando Juanica y Chan Chan en el mar servían arena como saco.
Here in a natural oasis in Hakuchina, and yeah, it's pretty special, pretty nice. Surrounded by the sand dunes and this natural oasis in the middle.
A Chan Chan le daba pena.
Hi, it's the afternoon now on Friday, and we're at I can't remember now. Anyway, we're about to go dune buggying. There's 3 rows of us. We're on the back row, so we're going to have a good little bounce. Going sandboarding, yeah. So that's part 2. So it's full on. It's incredible. We're just already sort of walked up, looking down on the oasis. Here we go.
Let's do this!
De Alto Cerro voy para Marcané, llego a Puerto, voy para Mayarí. De Alto Cerro voy para Marcané, llego a Puerto, voy para Mayarí. De Alto Cerro voy para Marcané, llego a...
So yesterday was an absolutely action-packed day. We started off by getting a coach at 4 a.m. in the morning, as you would have seen, to Paracas, where we had a wonderful traditional breakfast there with fried fish with onions, and which was remarkably quite good. We then went to the Balastas Islands on a boat and saw the sea lions. Didn't manage to catch any penguins though, which is a bit disappointing. But we did then head off to Ica and to Huacachina, which was like an oasis in the desert sand dunes, and we took, which was one of my highlights for definite, a buggy up into the dunes. The driver was just crazy, and then we sandboarded down some huge sand dunes, and it was nice to spend the day with a couple of Danes, a Danish couple that have been travelling, and then 3 people from Ecuador, and we managed to break down those language barriers and have a really good day, especially when we went to Lazo, which is where they make pisco, and Bear decided to try every single drink possible twice and got quite wazka. Anyway, all in all, good day. And today, a bit more chilled before we then, I think, finished our sort of what I call a touristy section of our break and head into a more spiritual setting to work on ourselves, but to hopefully work on ourselves to help free others. Peace and love.
Mornings, highlights from yesterday. Early start, but surprisingly not tired getting there, more like normal UK time. Actually, my highlights were the Pisco tasting session. Just laughed so much, they were just trying to make me drink in a certain way, but it worked and I had a great laugh, and I could still show that I could balance on my foot, which disappointed them greatly. The big key one for me was actually going on the dune buggies. That the guy, we just sort of got the impression he would start very quietly, you know, just warm up, because we saw another dune buggy pull off. This guy turned on the engine, he just knew one gear, just put your foot down. And it was just like non-stop, didn't know where we were going, whether we were turning over. So that was definitely the highlight of the day. It was, what else? The boat trip was good. Yeah, disappointing not to see penguins, but I think they'd sort of packed their bags and gone down to the Antarctic for...
The rotting dead sea lion was on the
I didn't
rocks.
see that. You have to share a picture with everyone. The whole day was, it did what it said on the tin and more. Loved it, exhausted, crashed out, fantastic day.
Torquedas, collares, pulseras. ¿Y qué hicieron las mamás? Se pusieron a robar mascarilla para así poder vender y comprar su medicamento y su alimento, ¿no? Para así sobrevivir. Y de esa manera hice esa obra pensando en lo que hemos pasado con estos tiempos muy difíciles que estamos pasando y con la enfermedad del COVID, ¿no? Y doy gracias a Dios por seguir dándome la vida, y gracias a mis amigos también que nos ayudaron bastante.
Llego a Puerto, voy para Mayarí. De Alto Cedro voy para Marcané. Llego a Puerto, voy para Mayarí.
So, good morning. We're currently at Lima Airport, just about to travel to Cusco.
Hi there, good morning.
Bear's eating again. I've never met a man that eats so much. And we are headed to Cusco. So yesterday, our last day in Lima, beautiful really. We hadn't really planned anything, but went to the Contemporary Art Museum and learned so much about the women from Cantancalo, the sort of houses on the hill in Peru. I'll put a picture up now. And also the Amazon, about the Amazon indigenous people and what's happened to them and the genocide of the rubber tree plants. It was just, just mind blowing. But absolutely incredible little journey. So so now we go on to the more spiritual side of the trip. And what else? I walked down to La Coma, I think it was, the sort of local, well not local, but in Miraflores, the shopping centre, which was good. Bought myself a new hat. This is it. On afterwards. But yeah, a really good day. And then the person we had our tour with in Lima the other day then popped round with some gifts for us before we left, which was some fucosa, which is like a mashed potato, vegetable, chickeny, sort of almost wrapped like a pasty, which was delicious. And then chica, which is a local soft drink made from purple corn. So I feel that we've had a really good week of sort of learning about not only Peru and Lima, but really experiencing things firsthand. So I loved it. Yeah, thank you. See you again soon.
My side of things, the two big takeaways were, well, for me, going surfing. Without question, the biggest grin of the day for me, and nearly the holiday, but I'm just so glad I did it. A big tick, because had a fantastic teacher, got up first time, and I just kept on nailing it. I had a few mistakes, of course I did, and the backstory about our guide was, we were trying to, well, we were just so busy, we were just trying to kind of avoid her and say, please, you don't need to do this to her. And then Matt gave my number out. And yeah, we had some wine, and I think she might have been interested in me, but what stays on tour stays on tour. See you later.